Howdy y'all. Gonna go for a little walk outside. So we have been working all weekend, mainly Saturday, but all weekend, and have got the yard all fixed up. I was gonna show you what the temperature was really quick. Let's see if I can. Okay, right now, and it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is just under 100 degrees. I'm trying to get it where you can see it. There we go. It's just under 100 degrees Fahrenheit and like 38 Celsius, I think. Okay, so sorry you guys, my selfie skills need improving. But yeah, we've been working on the yard. And it's looking great, it's wonderful, and I wanted to share it with you guys. We did a lot of mowing, I did a lot of work in my garden, and it's turned out really nice. And so I thought I'd take y'all on a little tour. It's not completed, we still have some weed eating that we need to do, but it's looking good, it's looking good. So, one of the big chores is to clean out the ditches along the side of the road, because if you leave anything for a while, it looks like this over here. This is just like one season of not doing anything over there, so you get like crazy growth. And so we took care of the ditches. Now it did look like this side. I'll show you the before. Okay, you can see we mowed down to about right here, but you can see it is all grown up and looks like a sight. And so now this ditch is all clean, all cleared out, excellent for drainage, looking good. The fence row, got that all cleaned, and everything cleaned up all around the gate and the fence row. So that's awesome. That took a lot of work. And we've got all this over here. This is what I call acorn circle, because these are all acorn trees in this big circle here. And we got this all cleaned up, and this has always got a lot of sticks, a lot of deadfall. And we got all that picked up and got this cleaned and the fence row cleaned. And this is a really pretty spot. I don't know if you can tell, it's really lovely here with all these trees right here in a circle. It's very nice. They're good sized trees, and they need cleaned up a little bit. They have some vines and stuff going on with them. And this is a weird looking tree. Let me show you the shape of this tree if you can see. It's got a crazy shape, like the tree broke over and then started growing again. It's really weird. This is the tree that the bobcats were in. This one right here. They were on that little stub sticking out right there. They were kind of hanging out. It was a mama and 2 babies. And I was down here looking at mushrooms, and they were up there in that tree. So creepy. That makes me really want to look up before I start looking down at all the mushrooms and flowers and stuff. We got lots of crawdad holes. They will get in the mower and clog it up. So we got this fence row over here is right next to the cows, so we kind of let it grow up a little bit to give it like a little privacy screen over there. And but we got all of the nursery, which is what we call all these young trees here are the nursery. And I'm thinking that somewhere in between here is where I'm going to put my hammock. Virginia gave me a nice hammock. It's a good one. And I'm thinking that I want to put it out here in the nursery. Maybe in between these. Maybe in between those. They're not very big. The trees aren't very big yet, but this is a really lovely little place. Let me give you the view, like if you were to lay down in a hammock. This is the view. It's so nice. It's just all these little trees here. So I'm going to do that and put my hammock up somewhere. I don't know if these trees are too young to support it, but we're gonna test it out and see. And I don't know which ones. I got a lot of choices that are about the right distance apart. You can see behind me there's like a little lane there, and I might can do the hammock there. So other than all the yard work that you see that we've done, and this grass was deep too. It's been raining and then blazing hot, so the grass just grown like crazy. Other than that, I did my gardens, and oh my goodness, did they need attention. They were full of weeds. Both of my gardens were packed full of weeds. But let's see here. See if I can get my shadow out of there. I worked on them for a long time, and they are free of weeds now. And I mean, them suckers was packed full. It looked like another little yard off in the middle here. And I got every weed. And then I went back with my little rake and my little hoe and dug up all the dirt and turned it over. And surprisingly, it wasn't really dry. I thought I was going to water them real good when I got done, but the earth underneath there is pretty moist. And it was pretty good. And so far, I don't have a real bad problem with the armadillos. I had that one, and it tore it up a few times, but since then, there hadn't been no big deal. And the same with the grapes and the deer. The pinwheels seem to be working, and when the sun is shining on them, they flash like a strobe light. And they don't make any sound really, but there's a lot of movement. Let me show you here. You can see the wind's blowing a little bit. So you can see they're getting a lot of action on the pinwheels. And I have one on each side of the grapes. And it just depends on which way the wind's blowing, you know. These... There, maybe that'll do. But when the sun is shining right on them, these little, it's kind of like a little hologram print on there, will flash like really strong, like a strobing flashlight. So you can see that's working pretty good. And you know, they do make a little bit of a sound, a little flutter. But this one's doing good. It's recovering really well from being chewed up by a deer. It's sprung a whole bunch of new leaves, and it's doing good. And I think the pinwheels are doing the trick. They seem to scare the deer off. And there's usually a breeze. They're usually moving a little bit. Now this one's doing great. It's putting out its little tendrils. You can see it's got its little grabbers where it wants to reach and grab onto something. And over on this side, it has grabbed onto something. Right here, you can see. It's twisting and grabbing this little piece of fence. So I'm going to leave it alone for now and let it hold on to there. But we're going to eventually build the trellis so that these little grabbers can be trained where they're supposed to be. But I'm really pleased with how the pinwheels seem to be working and how this grape has recovered so nicely from being nibbled down basically to a little stub. So yeah, that's working out good. And so all weekend, lots of yard work in the heat, 100 degrees, 105 degrees. And the heat index, you know, the humidity is at least 90, probably more. And the heat index is way up there, 110 degrees. So we were careful, went in and stayed in the house during the heat of the day. Oh, here's some pretty roses. Look here. Aren't those nice? Yeah, stayed in the heat of the day, and we kind of worked in shifts, and when we got real hot, we'd, you know, go in and cool down and take a break. And so it was a really busy weekend, but I'm really pleased with the yard, and all the yard work's done for a while, at least a week. Really, it needs mowed every 4 days, especially if we get any rain. It needs mowed like every 4 days, but you know, that's too much, especially in this heat. It's just too much. So we'll do it once a week, but it's done for this week. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you guys I did a little shopping. I didn't do a haul, but I got some stuff for the house. I got a I think I'm going to do a video on the little cubby that I got, and I got a new tablecloth and just some stuff for the house, you know. Went shopping and got that stuff earlier today. And so I wanted to say to everybody to have a happy Father's Day weekend. If you are a father or you know a father, be sure and tell them happy Father's Day weekend. I got some lovely flowers going on over here. Some nice, beautiful, beautiful tiger lilies, and I definitely need to pick some of these and bring them in the house. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This looks like a double, doesn't it? There's a regular. Look at that one. Lovely, lovely. And then there's these over here. Let me see if I can extend my little selfie stick and get a good look at these. They're pretty far away from me. I'll try like this. Oh, that's nice. There's some real pretty flowers over here. Yeah. Okay, so me again. I guess that's about it, you know, just showing you the yard. Kind of proud of it, you know, kind of glad we got everything done, and whenever it's done, it makes me want to do like more improvements and stuff on the yard. It's been so hot. I'm glad we got all of our hard work done. So I hope y'all had a happy Father's Day weekend. And let me show you these hydrangeas. Look what the sun's doing to them. It's just killing them. It's burning them up. Bless their heart, look at that. These suckers are huge. The flowers themselves are gigantic. But all of them's got a little bit of damage here from the sun. It's just so blazing hot in the afternoon. And we have the shady pines, but they don't block it all. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Y'all be sweet.